Good morning. It is Thursday, March 21st, and this is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. A new book is aiming to point out God's grandeur in creation. More on that soon, but first, your local weather and this news. Michigan will soon no longer be the only state to ban paid surrogacy. The state legislature passed a bill to repeal that law and sent it to Governor Gretchen Whitmer, who says she will sign it.
I look forward to reviewing and signing the Michigan Family Protection Act when it reaches my desk. Let's keep working together to make our state the best place to start, to raise, and to grow your family.
The ban was put in place in the 1980s when the case of baby M made national headlines when the surrogate decided she wanted to keep the baby, instead giving it to those who had requested it. A surrogate would have to be at least 21, given birth to at least one child, have legal representation independent of the requesting parents, and undergo medical and mental health evaluations. The brother of Congressman Dan Kildee has been killed by his own son in a shooting near Flint. Genesee County Sheriff Chris Swanson says 57-year-old Timothy Kildee was shot and killed early Tuesday morning in Vienna Township.
I have been in contact with Congressman Kildee, who was in Washington during this incident, and he is now en route back via commercial airline.
He says Kildee's 27-year-old son called his mother for a ride after getting into a fight at 3 a.m. at a home in Burton, and then jumped out of her vehicle as it was moving. She and Timothy went off to look for him, and the son shot Timothy after they both returned to his home. He was arrested after stealing his father's pickup truck and getting into a crash less than 10 minutes later. Grand Rapids City Manager Mark Washington says the first round of water tests have shown no signs of harmful organisms after a water main break over the weekend.
Which is a positive thing, and we look forward to the second test result tomorrow. And if it is the same, we look forward to lifting the water restrictions and back to normal operations.
Another round of testing is being done, and if those tests come back clear, the boil water advisory for 20,000 people in the state's second largest city will be lifted. The city commission held a meeting in the community last night and thanked residents for expressing their concern with the water issue. The water main break has been repaired. The Detroit Lions say they are aware of and are monitoring an ongoing legal situation involving Cam Sutton in Florida. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office issued a warrant for Sutton's arrest on March 7th after he was believed to be involved in a domestic violence incident. Officers responded to a call around 5 a.m. that day and reported a woman suffered injuries that would indicate an incident occurred. The warrant is for a domestic battery by strangulation charge. You're listening to Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and streaming us anywhere you go with the free Ave Maria Radio app. Your local weather for Detroit and Saginaw is coming up next. Now this. Today in Detroit, you can expect mostly sunny skies with highs in the upper 30s. The clouds will return after midnight, leaving us with a chance of snow showers. Lows will be in the mid-20s. Tomorrow, snow showers are likely with a light accumulation possible. Highs will be around 40. Saturday and Sunday will start partly cloudy, then clearing by the afternoon. Highs around 40. This is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio. Today in Saginaw, expect partly cloudy skies with highs in the mid-30s. The clouds should clear out by the afternoon and evening, but return after midnight, leaving us with a 50-50 shot of snow showers. Lows will be in the lower 20s. Tomorrow, expect snow showers with significant accumulations possible. Highs will be in the mid-30s. For Saturday and Sunday, you can expect partly cloudy skies with highs in the mid-30s. As unbelief rises, a new book from Sophia Institute Press called God's Grandeur, The Catholic Case for Intelligent Design, seeks to educate readers about God's creation. One of its contributors, Dr. Jay Richards, joined Teresa Tomeo on Catholic Connection.
Church has always taught that God reveals himself in two primary ways. God has these two books that reveal him. He has, of course, a special revelation of himself in Jesus Christ and in Scripture as preserved by the Church, but he also reveals himself as creator in the natural world around us. Psalm 19 tells us this. Paul in Romans 1, from the foundation of the world, God's invisible qualities and eternal power have been clearly seen from the things that have been made. So the world, if you're reading it properly, if you're interpreting it right, actually testifies to the existence of its creator. But for, most of the last 2 centuries, we've been told that that area of study where people study the natural world, that is natural science, somehow promotes or proves that materialism is true and that God doesn't exist.
One of the things I have a hard time understanding is, as a scientist or someone who studies the universe, whether you're an astronomer or a physicist or studies how things work, how you could not believe in some sort of an intelligent design because it is so detailed.
Yeah, and that is, I would say, both the natural and the correct response to it. That's overwhelmingly the human response throughout history. People, even that didn't have a developed theology, nevertheless, when you look at the world, just immediately think, okay, this is clearly the result of some purposive design.
Catch Catholic Connection weekdays at 8 a.m. on Ave Maria Radio and anytime on demand with the Ave Maria Radio app. Lumen Gentium says God has called together the assembly of those who in faith look on Jesus, the author of salvation and the principle of unity and peace, and so has established the church to be for each and all the visible sacrament of this unity, which brings with it salvation. I'm Matthew Handley. Thank you for joining me on this edition of Michigan Mornings. You can stay connected with me on X at Radio Handley. Be sure to find Ave Maria Radio on social media as well. Lord willing, I will be back tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.